impacts everybody. Drive-by shootings where people get caught in the crossfire. So we've come together with the Detroit Police Department, the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office, some of the federal law enforcement agencies, and put together an enforcement initiative we call Detroit One, where we are working united with law enforcement and the community to try to reduce violent crime, try to erode the no-snitch mentality that sometimes creeps in when people don't trust us, try to get out there and build that community trust, but also working at the precinct level. We've got teams from all those agencies I just mentioned assigned to each Detroit police precinct to really focus in with police officers who kind of know their neighborhoods the best to figure out what are the gangs that are driving violence here, who are the crews, who are the groups, and trying to go after those groups with the theory that it's really a very small number of people who drive violent crime in any large urban area, and if we can identify those, the trigger pullers, prosecute them and get them off our streets, we can restore public safety for everybody.
Now, we understand that one of the worst zip codes, not just in the community, but throughout the world, is 48205. Now, is that one of your main areas that you are targeting, the 48205 zip code area? And what are some of the crimes that is taking place in the 48205 area? That would be the District 3 area.
It is one of the most significant areas that we work on. Sometimes we've heard gang members who create videos, or they call it 4820 die, because of all of the homicides that occur in that part of the city. So it is a part that gets a lot of our attention. We've seen homicides, gang violence, armed robbery, drug trafficking, which often brings with it violence as drug groups want to protect their turf from their customers, and so sometimes violence can ensue, gun violence. So we're doing enforcement work there, but we're also doing prevention work, and I think that is equally important. We spend $34,000 a year to incarcerate one individual. I'd rather invest some of that money up front in trying to prevent crime so that there's no victim and no one going to prison. So I think that's a much better return on our investment to prevent. So we do a lot of stuff with youth in that part of the city, to try to prevent young people from a path of crime and trying to turn them onto some other more positive activities.
So you're saying it costs $38,000 a year to house a prisoner, to keep a prisoner in prison?
So the estimates vary between $30,000 and $38,000. The number I often use is $34,000. Think about how much money that is. Wow. One prisoner for 1 year. And so think about certainly there's some people who create risk of public safety who need to be incarcerated, but I think we need to be a little more selective about who we choose to prosecute, and I'd rather invest some of those funds up front in trying to prevent crimes from occurring in the first place.
Okay, Prosecutor McQuade, what are the age range of these people that are committing these crimes? Are they teenagers? Are they grown folks? What are the age group of these people that's committing these crimes?
Well,
could you tell it that way? Because we got about 8 million viewers out there in TV land, and I'm sure they're curious about what are the age groups of these people.
Well, when it comes to violent crime, we do find that it tends to be more males than females by a wide margin.
Okay. And
it tends to be teenagers into early adulthood.
Okay.
With some of the gangs, what we often see is the masterminds driving it are a little bit older, but they get younger teenagers to do sort of the dirty work on the theory that they're young, maybe they won't go to prison for as long, and they're doing some of the riskier work. And so I find those older, more senior people with experience to be even more culpable because they know what they're doing, but they keep their hands clean from the crimes. But under the law, we can hold them responsible for directing and aiding and abetting some of this criminal activity. So I would say anywhere from 14, 15 years old up to 30 is probably the primary group of people who are driving violent crime.
That young, 14, 15, they're out there like that?
Unfortunately, yes. And that's why I think so much of our youth intervention is so important. When you have young people, so often you see violent crime go hand in hand with poverty. You see young people who don't see having a lot of positive choices in life. But a drug dealer might offer them a chance to make a lot of money. When they don't see other opportunities, that becomes very attractive, and it's actually a fairly rational decision for somebody who doesn't have a lot of opportunities. So we want to provide them with other opportunities by showing them other ways to earn an income and have a good life.
Are you doing anything to help these youth? Once you discover that they're out there committing these crimes, heinous crimes and things like that, if you catch them before they commit these crimes, does the system have anything to try to help these youth?
Yeah, there are a few things. One thing I want to talk about is the Ceasefire Gang Intervention Program, which has a lot of great services available for young people who need these services. You've been to a ceasefire call-in. I know I've seen you there, which is great. But at a ceasefire call-in, Mayor Duggan, Chief Craig, and others from the law enforcement community call in about 30 or so gang members who are on parole or probation and talk with them about three things. One is give them information that if you are convicted of a crime, now that you have a felony on your record, you could face some very serious consequences. Give them good information to make good choices. Number two, if you want to change your life and have a life free from crime, here's some services available for you. There's a phone number they can call, and they can get things like drug treatment. They can get help finding a job, which can be very difficult when you have a felony conviction. They can get help with child support payments, transportation, housing, vital documents, a number of things.
They can get help.
With all of that. Yes. And then the third part of the message is what we call the moral voice of the community. So we usually would have maybe the mother of a murder victim, which I think is what you heard, or a faith leader, to talk to young people about just the pain that is caused when violence is committed. I doubt most of these young men, when they go out to commit a crime with a gun, intend to kill somebody, but oftentimes that's what happens. Someone gets caught in the crossfire, and there really is a lack of respect for human life, and so trying to impress upon them the very real pain that they can inflict with gun violence is part of the message of ceasefire. And so there's some real services that are available to them, and we hope some good information that will help inspire them to take advantage of it.
We're here today with Federal Prosecutor Barbara McQuade. Barbara, what is a phone number or email for those parents out there who has troubled youth, where their youth is into all type of chaotic things out there in the community, and they're looking for help? They're looking for some type of help, some type of relief to help their son to take their burden off of their heart. What is a phone number or an email where we can put that out there to those parents that's out there struggling and suffering with a youth that have gone down the wrong path?
Yeah, so they can always start by calling right here at this office, 313-226-9100, 313-226-9100, and we can direct them to a place where they can get help, because we really want to prevent as many crimes as possible from occurring in the first place. We got plenty of work to do. I can prosecute people all day, but I'd rather not. I'd rather see crimes be prevented and our city be safe. And so if we can prevent a crime, we're happy to do that.
Now, the programs that you have, that the system has and brings to the forefront, have you seen any type of turnaround? Do they bring any, are there any type of success that's involved? Have you seen any type of the youth progress, get better, turn around? That something may be encouraging for a mother or a father or an uncle or auntie out there that's watching by TV, that's looking for some hope?
Yeah, so I can answer that on a macro level and a micro level. So big picture, in the area where we're working on ceasefire, we've seen a 40% reduction in shootings. And so that tells me we're doing something right, that we're getting through to some of the people that we're meeting with. And then on a micro level, we've had some individuals who've gone through the program who have really turned their life around. There's a young man who is enrolled in college in Alabama. He said, I just need to get out of my neighborhood for now, where I have a lot of bad influences. And he's doing great. There is a young woman that we met through this work who was involved in a gang and was selling drugs, and she had a great match by getting a mentor. And she said she had just never had a caring adult in her life who cared about her and helped her see beyond her current and immediate needs. She couldn't imagine a life where she lived to be older than 25 years old, because she knew so many people who had died a young and violent death. And so her philosophy was, I'm going to get what I can while I can. I'm going to sell drugs, I'm going to make money, and I'm going to do all I can for myself for now. And she got a mentor in her life, connected with her through Alternatives for Girls, who's one of our great partners, who helped her to understand that you can have a long and happy life by following the rules, by going to school. She's in college now, doing great, and has incredible leadership skills. And so it's really great to see that talent directed in a positive direction.
Beautiful. Now,